What a wonderful day it is to still be breathing, to still be alive, and to still be connected by heartstrings from one phone to another, to one computer to another. It is truly such an interesting place to be in, where your connection is no longer on a physical side, but more on a distant side. And also at the same time, how interesting it is to be at home next to your partner and your children, and to have inseparability and learning how to come together and to grow deeper and to remove blocks and to come back to the source of connection and support. A dear friend, Pearl of mine, always says that something that I admire in her and her husband's relationship is that, you know, they have to be on the same team, for they have so many children. And so if they're not on the team, then the whole family dynamic is a little bit broken and scattered. So it's really important to come together with your partner and to become on the same side as your partner. Or maybe this is a time where you had already felt a little bit alone, or felt like you'd been being called to be alone, and now this is the opportunity to really step into complete isolation, which is also a whole nother avenue of being alone, where you don't really get to have the luxury of going to a grocery store or window shopping or just shopping or going out with friends, and you really have to connect in with what is it like to be with yourself, and how do you enjoy your own company, and how do you enjoy your own emotions, and really getting to deep dive and learn about yourself. And sometimes that looks pretty, and sometimes that looks messy or embarrassing, and all you can do is just be present and find humility and find laughter. And really, what ways can you bring joy into this situation? What ways can you bring gratitude and playfulness? Because really that is a huge key of any type of survival. My teacher, Mary Bell Newman, always says that, from Psychic Horizons, always says that amusement is the key to everything in life. For if you're angry and can laugh, it breaks the tension of the anger. If you're sad and you can laugh, it breaks the heartstrings of sadness. If you're grieving and you laugh, it reminds you of the love that you once had, so, and that you have within yourself. So where can you find those spaces? I've been planning on doing a video for a few days, and what I originally wanted to do no longer feels resonant or activated. So what I've been hearing Spirit asking me to do is to offer some tools on learning your own sense of intuition, and being able to find a way to connect in more clearly with yourself and have another layer of guidance from Spirit Source. So one of the great things that we can do, and I'm going to give 3 different examples of ways that you can work with this, is learning yes or no. Because so many times we can break down any question or any thought we have into yes or no's. And the more that we can do that, the more that we can utilize these tools that helps give us more clarity and more answers and more of a deeper sense of truth that comes a little bit from within us and outside of us, in the sense that it comes from Spirit and our higher selves trying to communicate with you. So to begin, before I ask any answer or ask for any yes or no question, I always like to take a few moments to check in with myself and to just ground and come into my body and just slow my breath down and bring my mindfulness inward. And then I always ask that may those come forth in my highest good to come help give me guidance, clarities, and answers in the directions that best serve myself as well as those around me. So may you always be working in the highest good with me. Thank you. Amen and Aho. So the first tool I'm going to teach you is a tool that I very first started using when spirituality became conversation in my early 20s, like 21, 20-ish. Really when I decided to live in my truck. One of my work colleagues who is spiritual taught me this tool to help me guide my travels when I was living in my truck. And it's really simple. So what you do is you take your fingers, which you always have your fingers, and hopefully you have all your fingers and can do this. So what you do is you bring your fingers together like this. So you interlock them. Okay. And then you ask a yes or no question. So, and I just start by asking really silly questions, right? So did I pee today? And if it's a yes, it won't be open. It won't be able to open or to break, right? That's what breaking looks like. It will have this like crazy strength to it. It's really interesting. And then, okay, so next question, did I eat pizza today? And see how it's just like harder to stick it together. Even if I try, I can still break it. Did I come into my office today to do some work? And see, even if I try to break it, like I can't break it. It's really interesting and it just kind of works. So go ahead and ask yourself a few simple questions like, you know, did you go to the bathroom today? And maybe be clear, like, did you go number 1, number 2? Did you change your poopy diaper today? Did you eat cereal? Did you make eggs? You know, get really simple with yourself. Okay, and then the next gift I'm going to offer is I love to use this tool for lots and lots of reasons, but one of them is a visual. So what we're going to envision is a gas gauge, right? So a gas gauge is either empty or full, right? It's one or the other, or it's like somewhere in between, right? And I like to break it down into percentages. It's a quarter full, it's a half full, or it's 20% full, 40% full, 80% full. Whatever works best for you. I prefer percentages, so I'm going to use percentages, 100% full or 0% full, okay? So we go ahead and we close our eyes and envision a gas tank, like a gas meter, not the tank, but the meter. And just envision it empty, envision it half full, envision it totally full, envision it back down to half full, envision it empty. And then we're just going to ask simple yes or no questions. And so this one, I like to ask, okay, so you can ask, let's see, did you hug someone today? And just see where that gas meter is. Have you laughed today? Yes, okay. And then we're going to go a little bit deeper. So let's say I know that when I go into the store and I leave, like I feel it's a little bit harder for me to stay centered in my space. And so I realized like, wow, I'm not really, this isn't all my energy. I'm picking up on all of this like collective energy from the grocery store, which feels a little bit fearsome, sad, lost, confused, a little zombie land, right? So when I leave the grocery store, I like to, and usually what happens is, even if you feel okay about what's happening in the world today, you might feel more triggered and more fearful and more scared than you normally were. So this is a really great time to use this gas gauge. So close your eyes and just ask, okay, is this fear of the epidemic, is this my fear? And mine was 10%. So, and then you just notice, okay, great. So either you're at 90%, awesome. Now you have awareness, right? And then say you're at 20% or 40%, awesome. Now you know what is yours and what someone else's. And what a huge gift. I truly feel that 90% of everything is just finding out the awareness and the clarity. I really feel like so many of our blockages and our obstacles is because we haven't found clarity. And the minute you find a clarity or bring awareness, it's like, bam, all some things can shift and you can let go of things. So this is a really great one. It's like, okay, and you can even ask, like, do I have the coronavirus? Yes or no? So this is a really great one where you can play with. And I like to use this one, like say you have like a conflict with a friend, right? Or like a girlfriend or your partner. And you can ask, okay, is this my energy? Or is this, and then I got like 20%, and then is this their energy? And then you can see, oh, okay, it's like 80% their energy and it's 20% mine. It doesn't mean that it makes them in the wrong. It just means that maybe they're working through some things, and it gives you a place to have more compassion and have more understanding and more sympathy for the situation, And it also allows you to take ownership of where you might be at fault. And it allows you to have more clarity instead of jumping into whatever emotional process they're going through. It allows you to separate and to see them more individually. And then for you to step into yourself to say, oh, okay, so this is what you're going through and this is what I'm going through. So it's a really, really great tool to use for so many life situations. And I love to use it all the time. Okay, so the last one, which I love using this, was probably like the second tool I started working with when I was opening up my spirituality, and it was a pendulum. And I even bought a chakra book to help me learn about chakras and pendulums. So essentially a pendulum is a stone or anything you have on a string. And you can, even if you don't think you have a pendulum, you could use something as simple as like your necklace, right? You can use your necklace. It's that easy. So maybe I'll just use my necklace since it's right here, or you can have a real pendulum, which I have these beautiful pendulums in my office. They're made by the Miss Judy Schaefer. If you've never met Judy, you need to meet her because she is a true gift in this world. And so let's see if I can get a close-up. This is an amethyst pendulum. It's really beautiful, and they're for $15, and I can easily put it in my mailbox or mail it to you if that's something you want. I have amethysts. What else do I have? I have a jasper that's really pretty. I've got this fun one which has the quartz on it, like the chakras on it, and that one's really fun. Look, it's already gonna start working for me. Isn't that so cool? It's like, bam, I feel you, Mama, I feel you. So good. Okay, so first off is I like to say hello, and just make a connection with the stone that you're wanting to ask questions. And then I just ask for it to show me, will you please show me my yes? It is a little trickier, I'm noticing, with 2 strings instead of 1, but still works. And then will you please show me my no? There you go. And I don't know if it's that clear. I think it is clear, but it's clear for me, but I don't know if it's as clear as I would like it on a video. So let's do this one. Please show me my yes. Can you, okay, can you show me my no? Oh. So as you can see, it's moving back and forth. And then will you show me my yes? There we go. See how it's moving in a nice big circle? And so then I just ask a simple no, yes or no question. So let's see, should I continue teaching? And I hope it still says yes. Awesome, because I love teaching people how to open up their intuition. Should I stay at home all day, every day for the next 3 months? No. Is being outside in the sun a good way for me to exercise my well-being? Awesome, thank you. Am I fully supported in this life? Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for working with me today, and I will be done. So those are a couple of really great ways, I was about to say rules, a couple of really great ways for you to connect in with yourself and for you just to have a better understanding of what's yours, what's not yours. Oops, I just lost my necklace. And I found it. And also to bring more awareness and clarity and give you guidance. So I hope that this was helpful for you, and if it was, or if you have any comments, please go ahead and put your comments in the link below so I can connect with you. And if you like what I shared, of course, you can always subscribe so you can get future updates and followings. And of course, we love the like buttons because we all love like buttons. And as a beautiful entrepreneur in this world, it's always very supportive. So With that, I will be complete, and may you each walk in your own divine radiance and inner beauty and laugh with joy's miracles and soft openings. With that, may we be complete. Thank you each. Amen. And aho. Have a wonderful day. Walk in beauty.